distinguished colleague mula sa 4K party list. May the department clarify whether any reductions were made to the Agriculture and Fisheries Modernization Program or to commodity-specific allocations such as rice, corn, and high-value crops between the 2025 NEP and the GAA.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker and distinguished colleagues. During the 2025 budget, are you asking about the 2025 or the 2026?
No, ma'am. It's about the 2025 net levels and what the department got from the 2025 GAA.
The NEP was 31 billion, and the GAA for the rice program was 21 billion approximately.
So, meron
So
pong
there was
pagbaba,
a
ano?
decrease of 9B. Or approximately 8.2B.
8.2 billion. Thank you po. Itong pagbabayang ito, ano po ang naging epekto ng pagbawas na ito sa access ng ating mga magsasaka sa abono, makinarya, at mga serbisyong suporta sa taong 2025? At paano natin ito tutugunan sa panukalang budget ng 2026, itong mga nawalang ito? Ilan po bang magsasaka ang naapektuhan dahil sa pagbaba ng pondo?
Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to announce to let everyone be informed that though we lost approximately 8 to 9 B from the NEP to the GAA, this was augmented by the President himself. So we actually received the full amount. So the number of farmers that were affected is 0.
Okay, thank you so much.
I'm happy to share that with you and to thank our President for realizing this and to personally
Ito pong binalik na ito, naibalik na po sa DA, nagamit na po ba?
Yes, I'm so happy to let you know that nakasaro na po ito and was released to the DA.
Okay. Maraming salamat po sa impormasyon na yan. Moving on, in the 2025 GAA, there was no dedicated line item for Asian swine fever mitigation. Despite its recurring devastation to hog farmers, tama po ba?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. As you well know, AFS was a very devastating incident that happened over the last 5 years. And there is no line item for ASF. Nevertheless, I'd like to let the Mr. Speaker know that for this year, we plan to be vaccinating swine, and then we will start repopulating the vaccinated swine.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. May the department clarify how much was actually spent on ASF on 2025, yung ASF response sa 2025, and how many hog raisers, especially backyard farmers, were affected by outbreaks?
So for ASF, for 2025, we were allotted 100 and for 2025, we're allotted 182 million. And for 2026, we're allotted 116 million. Nevertheless, we're anticipating the passage of the livestock bill, for which we can also get funds for swine and ASF.
Thank you. What remedial measures are reflected in the proposed 2026 budget to prevent further losses, restore livelihoods, and strengthen biodiversity? How does the DA plan to ensure timely and targeted support for affected regions?
Well, the most important plans of the DA are regards to vaccination. So we are already in the process of rolling out the vaccines. And after that, we will be distributing to large commercial farms, and then they will have to give back some of the swine or... Yes, there's a swine repopulation project which aims to distribute 30,000 breeder swine to aid in the repopulation efforts. And this is for the commercial farms. Once these breeders have bred, then we will be getting 2. They will give back 2 for every breeder that they receive. And these 2 gilts will be then given to the backyard farmers. And the backyard farmers, it's still being discussed if they will turn over any of the gilts back to the department. So those are the 2 main thrusts, vaccination and repopulation.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. On climate resilience naman po and disaster preparedness, in the 2025 GAA, how much was actually spent on climate resilient agriculture, early warning systems, and disaster insurance for farmers? Given the increasing frequency of droughts, typhoons, and pest outbreaks, how many farmers were affected this year by climate-related losses?
Mr. Speaker, before I tell you the number of farmers, just to let you know that for 2025, 350 million was received for climate change adaptation. And for 2026, we are also providing funds for climate-resistant agriculture.
Okay, thank you so much po. Paano pinapalakas ng panukalang budget ng 2026 ang suporta para sa nabanggit niyo pong climate adaptation? Lalo na po sa mga vulnerable areas katulad ng Eastern Visayas, Bicol at Mindanao. Anong mga konkretong target at safeguards ang nakalatag upang matiyak ang maagap na paghahatid ng mga climate resilient na interventions?
One of the main programs po of climate change resistance is the establishment of AMIA villages and enterprises. So, what is the meaning of AMIA? These are climate change resistant beneficiaries who are taught about climate resistant agriculture. So, the meaning of AMIA is adaptation, mitigation, and initiative in agriculture. So directions and strategies include, we are going to target farmers and fisherfolks with the highest incidence of poverty and the most food insecure. And these are also the ones that are most vulnerable to climate change effects. We will be reducing poverty, increasing farmers' income, productivity, and adaptive capacity. And we plan to group them together into an AMIA village. And we will provide climate risk-based, integrated, and location-specific support services. And so, igugroup po natin sila, and they will be taught how to adapt and to become resilient in the face of severe climate challenges. To let you know the number of beneficiaries, the number of beneficiaries total 15-year average is 837,446. But if you add up po from 2018 to 2024, the amount is 5,862,119. To let you know that the Philippines was just cited, I don't want to say awarded, but was cited as one of the areas in the world actually to be climate change threatened. And one of those that are at risk is our agriculture. So unfortunately, we live in a typhoon belt. We are frequently flooded, and all of this is actually due to climate change and is a very big challenge facing our farmers, fisher folks, and the Department of Agriculture, and is one of the main causes of persistent poverty among our agricultural workers and extension workers.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Speaker. Yan po ang isang dahilan kung bakit gusto nating i-highlight yung ating climate resilient communities and disaster preparedness ng ating mga farmers dahil alam po natin yung banta ng challenge na yan sa kabuhayan at sa kabuhayan lalo po ng ating mga magsasaka. Ano po? Huling katanungan ko na lamang po ito. Despite increased allocations in 2025, food importation continues to rise. Now, how much of the 2025 budget was spent on boosting local production, and what were the actual outcomes in terms of yield and import substitution?
Sadly, and this is not official policy, we have come to rely greatly on imports. And this is due to frequent disasters and climate change events that have happened throughout the Philippines. So, rest assured that majority of our budget is again geared towards production support.
In the proposed 2026 budget, what concrete steps has DA set to reduce food import dependence po, especially for rice, corn, pork, and vegetables? How will these targets be monitored and reported?
One of the ways to reduce imports is to really ramp up production. And our budget, majority is given to support to operations and operations. So, I'm just getting the full thing. So, here. So, our largest budget is going to production support to operations, and support services. So all of that will help us once we increase our production and hopefully also increase the income of farmers, which will cause them to plant more and us to produce more. Then once we have increased production, then it naturally follows that we will have less importation.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. Sa harap ng lumalalang krisis sa klima, sakit sa hayop, at patuloy na pagtaas ng importasyon, ang pinakamahihirap na magsasaka ang unang naaapektuhan at lubos nangangailangan ng ating tulong. Hinihikayat ng 4K Party List ang Kagawaran ng Agrikultura na palakasin ang suporta sa kanila, hindi lang sa pondo, kundi sa programa, proteksyon at pagkilala. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, and to the DA family.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, and it was a privilege to be able to discuss future plans for 2026 with our distinguished and esteemed colleague. Maraming salamat po.